Hey, thank you for clicking this video. I didn't really expect that people really click this one, but maybe you found this video because it's meant for you to watch it. So, why am I making this video? Number one, I actually am on my spiritual journey, and I started this since 2018, back when I moved to kind of like a boony area, but not really a boony one because it's also a city, but that's very, very far from where I grew up. So fast forward now, I mean, I've been very spiritual. I do meditate and I do affirmations in the morning. I do journaling. It's not all about, being positive. It's just like accepting your strengths and weaknesses and knowing who you really are, and just having self-awareness. And the last few weeks, I have been seeing a lot of repetitive numbers, patterns, coincidences. Even in the grocery store, you'll see numbers there, or you'll hear a familiar song that reminds you of something or someone, or a scent that you associate with this memory. And everywhere I go, I'm like, what is the message here? And I've been avoiding it for the past, I don't know, months, because I've been very busy. I had a kid last year, my second one, so I have 2 kids now, and I am married. I am also working, and I am in school. I'm doing my master's. So, combine all those, and I'm like, I don't have time to do that or to meditate because I just don't have time. But I should. I came to realization that you really have to make time for things. And I really love this line that I read somewhere. I forgot. I'm so sorry because I don't remember where I read it. In order for you to change, or for things to change, you have to change something. Isn't that powerful? Isn't that very interesting? Because it is very simple, yet it was profound. It's kind of like, why will you expect things to change? Or for example, for you to grow or to become, let's say, a great speaker, if you don't really practice, if you don't really reach to mentors, if you don't read books, if you don't learn things, how can you become one? It's not like a miracle or a magic that will just unfold in front of you. No, you have to do some work. And as what I've said, I've been getting a lot of messages through these repetitive numbers, some patterns, some symbols, pictures. And one of them was when I saw this artist's post. I used to listen to him a lot of times back when I was in my 20s. And for some reason, he posted something about this when he had a lawsuit. And that was the time when I used to hang out a lot with my friends. And that was also the same exact year when I met my girlfriend, now my wife. And I'm like, wow, it's just like memory lane. And one by one, things, pop into my head. I realized like, oh, and then it reminded me of those friends that I'm not friends with anymore. And it was very heartbreaking for me before, but at that time I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? And I started writing. And I wrote it down, and I saw this video on YouTube that these people remain in our heads, or kind of like bug us out of nowhere. It's not because of love or you miss them. is because of attachment. And then I realized that it is right. And attachment is that powerful that it can trap memories, or even you suppress something, or unknowingly you suppressed something because of a traumatic event. As soon as it just gets triggered, it will come out. So it's very difficult to accept. But acceptance and letting go of these things are the ones that I did. And yesterday, I just remembered, and then I'm like, okay, it's a fun-filled memory of my 20s, and although I do miss them, but we all moved on with our lives. We all have our own separate ways. Not that we hate each other, but we just stopped talking. And I guess it's just part of life. And I guess we attract the people that are exuding the same vibration. I don't know, maybe, because recently I've been seeing a lot of things that are unfolding just right in front of me that I really wanted to be in business school. I wanted to do leadership. I wanted to be in management. And then one by one, as soon as I seek for those people, things, books, it just goes right to me directly. And I'm like, I'm not even like wishing for this to happen right away, but I do believe that if you seek for that knowledge or seek for that person, you'll get it. You just have to look for it. You know, it's not going to happen by waiting. You have to search for it, look for it, and then you will see it. It's kind of like you go into a room that you don't have any awareness of whatever is inside the room. But if someone tells you there is a treasure inside the room, you will look for it. There's like $1 million underneath the seat. Look for it. If you find it, it's yours, free. I'll do it. You'll do it. I think you would too. But you know, that's just the same analogy. But that's the reason why I wrote down something, and then after writing down, I said to myself, I'm always praying for all of us to succeed in life. And after writing that closing sentence, I felt this huge release, because I've been holding onto this emotion and the fact that we're not in our 20s anymore. We are in our 30s, and we're close to 40. So we have our own families, we have our own lives. You know, people moved somewhere, and I'm just grateful for the friendship, the memories, and I will always cherish, you know, whatever bond that we had, and I always wish everyone well. And after that, I felt happy. I felt like I'm lighter, I can breathe better. And then also I meditated, and then I listened to myself. I asked for guidance. And then the things that's been repeating in my head was to create content. I've been contemplating about my creativity because of my profession. I work in healthcare, and I did not realize that I've been putting things aside. My self-care and doing the things that I really love. I love photography. And then I tried many attempts in creating content here on YouTube. And I mean, that's just on YouTube. I can probably post this somewhere, but you know, YouTube is the number one thing right now, and the easiest and most accessible YouTube platform. I mean, video platform. So I said to myself, wow, start creating content. It's in my brain. Like, I'm kind of like meditating, asking my spirit guide, my higher self, you know, the divine light, God, the universe. It keeps on repeating in my head, create content, start creating content, start creating content. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. No, start creating content. And I'm like, okay, I'll start creating content. I am not going to stop. And then I started recording videos. And I think this is the 5th or 6th time that I recorded something. But with the camera that I used earlier, the battery shut off. So I'm using this computer, my laptop, to record this. So I'm going to try to record the succeeding videos in that one, because that one is 4K and this is just 1080p, but that's okay. I just wanted to start with something, and I feel like I should be doing this. It's helping me, not just, mentally, physically, but also spiritually, as a person, as a dad, as a citizen of a community. I just really wanted to do something that what my heart really desires to do. And that's being creative and inspiring others and spreading kindness, mindfulness, and developing resilience. And I wanted to empower others as well. I'm not saying this to push this idea to you or to do it right now. You will feel it if you really are ready to do it. Because that's what I felt. Like, aha. That's the aha moment. But to give you a background, I do meditate since when I was young, because I grew up in a family that's very spiritual. And my dad taught me how to meditate when I was, I think, 7 or 6. Yeah, 7 or 6. For some reason, his friend told him about meditation, the benefits, And I don't know if you're familiar with this culture of healers. Yes, yeah, that runs in the family. And I became a healthcare professional, and we do incorporate spirituality and religion, but like the treatment modalities in healthcare is more of evidence-based, It has to be backed up by research, the best available research out there, and then use it as a basis for creating, hospital policies, procedures, and following the standards of care. But, I'm kind of like just touching my profession, because that's what I do. And then I incorporate spirituality, especially during times that's very difficult, like, dying moment, or a person who's very sick, or if I see someone needs some type of reassuring words. I don't tell them that. I just don't come up to people like, hey, you know what? I'm an empath. So I'm an empath. Yeah, forgot to tell you that. I'm an empath. I am clairaudient. Sometimes I hear people's thoughts, their ideas. I do feel their emotions. I can see it through their eyes. And it's only I think I've only had a few times that I approach people because I've been getting like words or instruction like, no, talk to this person. Just tell her. Just tell her to do it. So yeah, that's what I have been doing. And that's why I'm making this video, because I've been getting messages from the divine, from my spirit guide, from, I don't know, guardian angel, from God, the universe, to do it. Because I know someone out there will watch this video and maybe experience the same thing, that you were spiritual, you stopped, you realized that life, got busy, things are a handful on your plate, and now you're contemplating about, am I really doing the right thing, or am I doing the best thing for me? That's what I felt the past few weeks, and I found the sense of clarity, the sense of realization, the sense of happiness, like some type of happiness, like beyond the emotion. It's kind of like, how do you call that? Gratitude. I am filled with gratitude just by rediscovering what I normally do before. I stopped because life happened, and then now I'm going back because I was lost. I got off track, so I'm now coming back on track to do the things that I normally would do, and to try to fine tune, having the spiritual download, listening to the divine guidance, and they're always there to guide and support us. And I don't know if you believe in those. I do. And I'm not forcing people to believe in those, but you'll have your own experience. You know, things are different per person. But what I am sure about is that if you practice kindness, love, radiating positive vibration, and spreading light to others, it's the most wonderful feeling ever. And if you let go of things, not just like emotional baggage or things like physical things, because I need to declutter, I have a lot of stuff here, you'll feel a lot better. And I'm just grateful I'm doing this video because I had the spiritual calling and guidance to create a content, and I think I'm going to be doing more. Just post a comment, let me know if you like it or not, or if you have questions. I will be happy to answer. I'm not an expert, but I love listening to Sonia Choquette and to what's his name, the author, Neville Goddard, and I'm trying to remember the other one, but they do talk about, you know, the power of not affirmation, not just positivity, but you know, trying to achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. If you're just focused, you're not losing out of, you know, out of focus. You just have to believe in it. You have to do things for you to achieve those goals. And I'm just happy you're here. And also, what else? I feel like things happen for a reason. Things don't happen by accident. Because if you meet someone, there's a purpose why you meet that someone. If someone doesn't like you, there's a purpose. Like, what is it that I'm not seeing and not understanding in this situation? Ask your spirit guides. Make sure you talk to them. Make sure you practice gratitude. You show up consistently. Like, let's say every morning when you wake up, you do your gratitude. Thank them. And practice fine-tuning, the spiritual downloading. Like, if sometimes I hear a ringing in the ear, we call them tinnitus or tinnitus in healthcare. But when it comes to like spiritual awakening, it's kind of like a signal. I do hear that if I have to pay attention. I'm just like, tell me the message or the things that I need to know that is for my highest good right now. Give me signs, show it to me clearly, give me some clarity so I can understand things better. That's what I normally say whenever I hear those. And then things will unfold in front of me, which is amazing. I don't know how many minutes am I talking now. So I've been talking for the last 18 minutes. So I will see you in the next videos. And thank you so much for listening. And I'm grateful you're here.